Hello everyone and welcome once again to MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you. I'm your host, your host, and as usual in the ghost mode, Mohit Jain. And on demand, yes, exactly on demand with the actual question asked and along with a few sample questions also, which were asked during the assessment process of Goldman Sachs. Why Goldman Sachs is so horrifying? Let's see the pattern first. Pattern is like there are six sections. Total 1 hour 30 minutes. That is 90 minutes is given. If you attempt a question and it's correct, you will get +5. And if you attempt a question and it is wrong, you will get -2 as an award. So there is negative mark, and it is 40% of the total marks allotted for that question. So total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 48 and 18. That is 66 questions which we need to answer in 90 minutes. First thing first, no need to answer 66 questions. No. Please try to focus for 70%. At least try to get 70% correct. 70% of 60 is 42 and take more 4. 46 question is what we should be aiming for in 90 minutes. That means we have got good 2 minutes per question. And if you are not too sure about the answer of the other questions, please do not mark, because then you would be awarded with a nice -2. Now the 6 sections, numerical computation 8 questions. It is from medium to difficult level of questions. They are their favorite ones from the numerical computation is related to trigonometry, functions, height and distance, time and work, time, speed, distance, equation framing, partnership, mixtures. These are their favorite topics. Permutation, and hell lot of questions from number system properties. We would be discussing this later. Let's see the second part. Second section is numerical reasoning, where they ask you good 12 questions, and these are basically maximum number of the times you will get questions of fill in the series, number series, alpha numerical series. Comprehension is all English out of my purview. Abstract reasoning is basically non-verbal reasoning. Non-verbal reasoning, where they would be asking question about mirror image, water image, complete the picture sequence, or complete the picture grid. These kind of questions are actually asked in abstract reasoning. Now we have this diagrammatic reasoning. This is actually verbal reasoning, coding decoding type of questions, puzzles, grid puzzles type of question, but these are given with help of diagrams. Famous are coding decoding questions, then input output, find the mathematical operators, analogies, analogies, sorry, yes. And the last one is logical reasoning. They also call it puzzles. Simple, small puzzles of 5-10 lines are given, and you need to ask that. It will surely include 2 questions at least from data interpretation and different small puzzles along with verbal reasoning also. We have seen that. Coding, decoding, foreign language questions are often asked in logical reasoning. So welcome. And out of all these 6 section, I've seen people asking me queries majority of the time for this diagrammatic reasoning portion. So I thought of producing this session. This session is all about diagrammatic reasoning, and yes, we would be talking about all other section also. There are 4 to 5 sessions already produced on numerical computation. Please go through it. Link is there in the description below. Please go through it, because that will give you a fair idea about what different kind of 8 questions are asked. So on this note, on this happy note, Let's start now. So as on demand, I'm starting with section 5, that was diagrammatic reasoning. And as you can see, this is the question, which are basically based on mathematical operators. Normally, we have got 4 operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Our first job would be to identify these symbols, as in like which operator may fit in. $74.132, G12, U42 is equals to 43. Try to identify which operator would fit in so that when solving with help of BODMAS rule, it will be 43. At the very first instance, I can see that this is a good big number and this is relatively smaller number, and 132 is divisible by 12. I straight away put a division sign here. 132 divided by 12 is 11. So now I have $74.11 U42 and it should be 43. And bingo. What we have got? 74 plus 11 is 85, and if I subtract 42, I'll get 43. That means this dollar sign should be plus and this U is actually subtraction. Let's see if it fits in with the second equation given. 224 divided by 14, U is minus 15 plus 50. 224 divided by 14 is 1 time, and 84, that will give me 6. So I have 16 minus 15, that is 1, and 1 plus 50 is 51. Bingo, it fits in. So 14, U is minus sign, 391, G is division. Let the number in place of this question mark should be X, and dollar sign is plus 80 equals 71. That means 14 plus 80 minus 71 equals 391 by X. Okay, so this is 9 and 14 is 23. X equals 391 by 23. It should be 17. Yes, 13 into 17. 7, 3, 2, 14, 15, 16, 19 and 1, 3. Correct. X is 17. The number in place of this question mark should be 17. That is in option A. So how to solve these kind of question is all on you, how you put on these mathematical operators, and then you just check that whatever placement you have done with the mathematical operator fits in or not. So from the next question, I'll try to give you some time, or it would be better if you pause the session, try to solve it yourself, and then look out for the solution. Okay, hopefully now you have the answer also. As I've requested, please pause the session and try to solve it yourself. Select the alphabet that fits in. I've selected all 12 questions which have been asked in one of the examination of lately. So there were few questions which can be answered in no times, and there are few questions for which we need a lot of practice. This is on the first side. Easily we can do it. A puzzle type of question. And you can also go through that Infosys hiring playlist where many sessions have been produced for puzzles. These kind of puzzles are there. In Goldman Sachs platform playlist also, link is there in the description. Please go through it. I think one or two session we have done for puzzles per se. So we have to look at these three numbers and then try to locate that how we can get this R. So 942. R is basically what? R is 18th alphabet in this English one. So let me write it 18. Z is 26. So how I can get 18? Okay, bingo. 9 into 4 is 36. And if I divide this by 2, I'll get 18. Similarly, let me check here. 39 into 6 by 9. 3 2 times, 3 times, and this is 13. 13 into 2 is 26, which is matching up. So the alphabet which should come here should be of the number place 26 into 4 by 8, and that should be 13th. And the 13th alphabet in this English language is M. So the alphabet which should be placed in place of this question mark is M, that is in option A. Okay, again a similar kind of question that which we have done in example 1. We have this three symbols B, K, W, and we need to fit in multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction with this. Let's see, 35, B, 13, K, 2, W, 28 is 37. Okay, division, I can't see. 35 not divisible by 13, 13 is not divisible by 2, 2 by 28 will give 1 by 14, which is not giving any sense. So let me avoid this division. Multiplication, if I need to put in, I'm getting 37. So let me multiply the two smallest number first to get something out of it. This is 58 and 56, no. So if I put multiplication sign here, it will become 26, bingo. 35, and this is 26, and this is 28, and I need 37. That is 35 plus 2 is 37, and the difference between these two is 2. So I can put minus 28, minus 26 and plus 28. So B would be my subtraction, and W would be plus sign. I would be getting 37. Let me check with the second one. 146, W is plus 98, minus B is minus 14, and K is into 17. Okay, so 8, 6 and 8 is 14, 1, 10, 14, 1, 2, 44, and 17 into 14, 4, 2, 28, 2, 11, and 2 is 1, 238, minus 238, 244 minus 238 is 6, bingo, it fits in. That means our equation will become now 87, B is minus X, and K is into 9, so let me write this at 9X, and W is plus 427 equals 19. That means 87 plus 427 minus 19 is 9x. 427, 87, 411514 minus 19, 5 is 495. So x should be equals to 495 by 9. This will go 5 times and again 5 times. 55. Yes, that we have in option C. Do practice a lot these kind of questions, because they will ask you at least one from this numerical operators placement. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, if you are investing 1 to 2 to 3 minutes also in these kind of question, and at the end if you are getting answer, it's fine. Do invest time. That is what we have, investment in time. This is input output type question. Input and some steps would be given of operations. We need to follow those steps to find the output. So consider the input and the information given below. Input is a word ANKLE, and there are few symbols 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and these symbols represent some operations, some steps. So if the sequence of these operations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times different symbols are used, is applied for the input is ANKLE, what is the output? The symbol of theta type says vowels shift by 2 positions and consonants by 1 position. We have got vowels A, E, I, O, U. And the best part to solve these kind of word frame question is just convert them into numbers. It becomes very easy for us to solve then. And remember also, these 5 vowels numbers are A represent 1, E is 5, we know 9 is I, O is 15th, and U is 21st. These all numbers means these are vowels. Otherwise, any other number from 1 to 26 will represent a consonants. We know this. So let's start with ANKLE and convert them into a number. A is 1, N is 14th, K is 11, L is 12th, and E is 5. Now the first operator that we need to use is this theta 1. It says vowels shift by 2 positions and consonants by 1 position. So here vowel is this 1 and this 5. These two will shift by 2 positions, that means they will increase by plus 2, and other position of 14, 11 and 12 will be increased by 1. So after theta, what we'll get? 1 will become 3, 1 plus 2, 14 will become 15, 11 will become 12, 12 will become 13, and 5 plus 2 will become 7. Now we need to use this circle and 0, which says jump each character by 2 position. The whatever position you have, just jumped it by 2 position. That means add plus 2 to each one of them. So after this 0 operator, every character will be increased by 2 position. 3 will become 5, 17, 14, 15, and this will be 9. Now we have this pound symbol which says shift the character in the increasing order, like first character by 1 position, second character by 2 position, and so on. That means third character by 3 positions, fourth character by 4 position, and fifth character by 5 position. So once we are using this, what we are using? First one will be increased by 1, second will be increased by 2, third will be increased by 3, that will become 17, fourth will be increased by 4, will become 19, and fifth will be increased by 5, that will become 14. Now again we have this theta 1, which says vowels shift by 2 position and consonants by 1 position. Now in the end of this dollar sequence, do we have 1, 5, 9, 15, 21? 1, 5, 9, 15, 21? No. These all are consonants. These all are only consonants, and in that case, all will be increased by 1 position. So after this step, we will have 7, 20, 18, 20, 15. Now is this W. W means retain middle character in the same position. Okay, this 18th one is the middle position. This will be retained as 18. And the other characters step back by 1 position. All will be reduced by 1. 7 minus 1 would be 6. 20 minus 1 would be 19. 20 minus 1 is 19. And 15 minus 1 is 14. So final output is 6, 19, 18, 19, and 14. Now please convert them into the respective alphabets. 6 is F, 19 is S, 18 is R, 19 is S again, and 14 is N. It won't take that much time, believe me. Since I was explaining, it has taken time. But when you would be doing it, you will take maximum 1 to 1.5 minutes. but just go through the instruction in these kind of question, input output type question. We just need to follow the instruction and then just keep on moving. FSRSN. FSRSN is in option B, and that should be the +5 mark. So I don't want to waste time in this because this is the most daunting one, and majority of the queries which have been asked is related to these kind of symbol coding, decoding. To explain this, in the first go, I have taken a very simple example. There are few symbols which are the operators, and a word is given which is converted with help of these operators. We need to just identify first these operators. For that, try to locate that particular conversion which is only one step conversion. Like if we see DZYR when converted with a dot becomes DDZYRR. So what we can see here is when it is passing through this dot converter, the first alphabet appears and the last alphabet appears again. We can see this remains same and this is being added. First and last alphabet is added in dot. So in dot we have first and last addition of alphabet. Now I'll look at this one. RSV when move through the plus converter just become S. That means R and V vanishes. So this plus converter means first and last vanish. Dot converter was first and last are added up at the first and the last position. In the plus converter, we can see that first and last vanish. Great. Now, we need to move and check. QQBTT, that means it has passed through this dot converter. At this position, after plus converter, here we should have QBT only. When QBT is passed through dot converter, it becomes QQBTT. Now, QBT is the result after plus converter. Plus converter says first and last vanish. That means before this plus converter, we should have something, then QBT, and then something. Got it? Now, here we can see that we have already got QB is matching here. So if I write here S remain as S, and this become LT, but we have got T, and let me write L here. So for me, this square box yellow converter is actually reversing the order of last two alphabets. So SQBLT will become SQB, LT will become TL. Now let me check with this particular operation whether this fits in or not. ZORY is after this yellow converter. So before the yellow converter, according to the rule we have fitted in, should be Z. This is D. D and RY should be YR actually. ZDYR. Now this was DZYR, which gets converted into ZDYR after this triangle converter. Bingo. ZD is actually because of DZ. DZ becomes ZD and YR remains same. That means this triangle converter is first two alphabets reversed or order changed. Now we have got all the symbols setted up. We need to move back. DRBD is the result after the yellow square box, which says reversing the order of the last two alphabet. So it should be DR and last two should here become DB. Now this is the result which we have got after this triangle. Triangle 1 says first two alphabet reversed. So before triangle we should have RD and DB. Now this we have got after the plus conversion. Plus conversion is first and last vanishes. That means our answer should be RDDB, something after B and something before R. We can check with the option. RDDB, A cannot be the RDDB, no, RDDB. RDDB is here what we are getting. Clear? And before that is 1, after that is 1, which fits in here. Now let's see again. If we have this number, plus sign means first and last vanishes. We will be ending with RDDB. Triangle says first two alphabet reverse. It will become DRDB. Then square, yellow square says reversing the order of the last two alphabets. This will become DRBD and that is the output DRBD. So the best pick here is option D. Okay, this next one, I think you must be having answer by now. It is again a simple diagrammatic puzzle or something, number puzzles. We need to find some balance between these three numbers and then we will check that whether that balance fits in with this. If yes, then that balance can be used in this last three numbers. 18, 80, 31. Okay. 80 minus 18 is 62. Bingo, 62 by 31 is 2. That means if this is A, this is B, this is C, then B minus A is equals to 2C. Let us see that whether this logic fits in here or not. So we have 223 minus 13 is 210. When divided by 2 gives 105. Bingo, it fits in. So if this is X, we will have X minus 217 must be equals to 9 into 2, that is 18. So X is 18 plus 217. 18 plus 7, 25, 35, 235. Do we have? Yes. Option C is the pick. 235 is the answer. Okay, this one is one of my favorite, and what I have seen of lately that this kind of dice rolling questions are now regularly asked. Which number shall be shown on the top after the rolling of the die in the given order? Like this is right movement. When we are moving right, this portion will go down. 4 will go down. 1 will be here. What will be in the top? Something which is opposite to 4. Now what is opposite to 4? In a basic regular die, we know that it is 1, 6, 2, 5 and 3, 4 on the opposite faces. So best way to solve this is by taking a normal die in hand and understanding how this movement is. So for that, I've just recorded something for you. Give a look, have a look, and then see how easy these kind of question would become. Okay, if we see the 3D, let me show you the 3D portion of this dice. So this is the normal dice. As we have seen that opposite 6 is 1, opposite to 3 is 4, and opposite to 5 is 2. Hence this total on the opposite segment makes it 7. So let's just place it according to this 5 1 4. 4 is here, 5 is here, and as you can see, this is 1, this is 5, and this is 4, and this is the direction on which it is rolling. So one direction, now 3 is up, another again 6 is up. Now I need to roll forward. If I roll forward, 5 is up. Now I need to roll to the right. Roll to the right, 4 is up. Now again roll forward, 1 is up, and again roll towards the right, then you can see that 2 is up. It will take maximum 5 to 10 seconds to solve. So if you can keep a die with you, because these types of questions are very regular in Goldman Sachs, they often ask you questions. So just keep a die. If you don't have the die, you can use your eraser. You can write the numbers on these 6 sides, and the numbers analogy, you know that it should be 1 6 2 5 and 3 4, and just keep it in this way and keep on moving forward, front or to the right, upward, to the right, upward and to the right, and you will get the answer in this case is 2. Okay, moving on to the next one. We need to follow the rule and then find the result. So again, there are words, and the best way to solve this is convert them into numbers. We have got symbol N, this C, this theta and dollar, and we need dollar, theta and N. What do these actually mean? So I will not try even to find what is this. Let me work for N. Sunday, S is 19, U 21, N 14, D 4, A 1, and Y is 25. And now, because of N converter, it becomes U, that is 21, W is 23, P is 16, F is 6, C is 3 and 1. 19 plus 2, 21 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and 25 plus 2 is 27. When divided by 26, we'll leave remainder 1. That means this operator N is moving plus 2. Now break B2, R18, A1, K11 and E5. This theta operator will make it E5, then U21, 4, N14 and B is 2. So 2 becomes 5 plus 3, 18 becomes plus 3, 1 becomes plus 3, 4, 11 becomes plus 3, and this 5 becomes 2, that is minus 3. So others are plus 3 and the last one is minus 3. Now let's see what this dollar is bringing change to. D4 and then T20, C3, M13 and A1. 5 becomes 4, minus 1, 21 becomes 20, minus 1, 4 becomes 3, 14 becomes 13, and 2 becomes 1. That means dollar is minus 1. Bingo. Dollar is minus 1, theta is plus 3 to all and minus 3 to the last one, and N is plus 2. Let's start with this picture. So P is 16, I is 9, C 3, T20, U is 21, R is 18 and E is 5. First we need dollar. Dollar means minus 1. So deduct minus 1. 15, 8, 2, 19, 20, 17 and 4. Then we have this theta. Theta is plus 3 to all and minus 3 to the last one. So minus 3 to the last one will be 1 and plus 3 to all. 18, 11, 5, 3, 22, 23 and 20. Then we have this N. N means plus 2 throughout. So 20, 13, 7, 24, 25, 22 and 3. Let's convert this into alphabets. 20 is T, 13 is M, F, 7 is G, 24 is X, 25 Y, 22 is W and C. TMG, XY, WC. TMG, XY, WC, that is in option A. Okay, again symbol operators, and we need to use this rhombus and cross to find the value of print after that. How to begin? My first instance always says let me write the numbers. P16, 1, G7 and E5. Kidnap 11, 9, 4. D is 14, then 1 and P is 16. Short 19, H is 8, O 15, R 18 and T 20. This will become 19, 9, 15, 19 and then 20. Who is 23, 8, 15 and it will become 22, 7, 14. IJES is 9, 10, 5, 19 and this will be 8, 6, 1. K is 11, X is 24 and M is 30. So from 11 I'm getting 8, that is minus 3. From 9 to 6 minus 3, 16 to 13 minus 3. So this column net effect is minus 3 and these two operators are coming 2 times and then we have this plus operator. 19 here becomes 19, 8 becomes 9 plus 1, 15 becomes 15, 18 becomes plus 1, 20 becomes 20. Okay, 23 becomes 22 minus 1, 8 is minus 1, 15 is minus 1. So if I choose this as minus operator, I need a minus 3. Let me choose this as minus 2, and then this as plus 1. Then 11 minus 2 plus 1 would be 6. Okay, this fits in. Now let us fit with this. Plus 1 we have taken for this plus sign. So if I do plus 1 here, 23 plus 1 minus 2 is 22. 8 plus 1 is 9 minus 2 is 7. 15 plus 1 is 16 minus 2 is 14. Bingo. This row fits in. Now what we have here? 19 something minus 2 will give 19. That means I need plus 2. 19 plus 2 minus 2 is 19. But 8 plus 2 is 10. Minus 2 is 8. But I need 9. So that means it is plus 2 here. Plus 3 here. Then 15 plus 2 minus 2. Plus 2. Then 18. I need 19, that means it should be plus 3. And then 20 becomes 20, that is plus 2. So it is like odd place. First place is 2, then plus 3, plus 2, plus 3, plus 2. So 16, 1, 7, 5, after this operator will become plus 2, 18, plus 3, 4, plus 2, 9, and plus 3 is 8. Great. And this operator is plus 1. Plus 1, so that will give me 19, 5, 10, 9. And here I am getting 9, 10, 5, 19. That means exactly reverse order. That means this cross sign operator is actually reversing. Reverse the order. So we have got everything. This rhombus is all minus 2 and this cross symbol is reversing. So if I start with print, PRINT, let me convert this into numbers. 16, R is 18, 9, 14 and 20. We just first need this rhombus operator, that is -2. That will give me 14, 16, 7, 12, 18. And then we have this cross operator, that is the reversing. Reversing the order, it will give me 18, 12, 7, 16 and 14. Now let me convert this into alphabets. 18 is R, 12 is L, 7 is G, 16 is P and 14 is N. RLGPN. RLGPN is there in option C. Do practice these kind of questions. So the next one is beautiful input-output sequence. Input, few steps are given. We need to follow that and then we'll get output. So they have given the instruction, follow the sequence and then follow the sequence and give output at step 4 for next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Let's first read this and just try to analyze that what is happening in each step. In one of the question in this particular session before, that was question number 4, ankle 1, there the steps operators, what they are supposed to do was given. Here we need to identify first that what these steps are. So if you look at number 67218 becomes 134436, 8 into 6, 612. That means it has been multiplied by 2. 23102, 23102. It remains same. I can say it is multiplied by 1. 82445. 5, 8, 4 is 32. Yes, into 4. This is multiplied by 4. This is multiplied by 1. This was multiplied by 2. 94310, 0 remain, 1 into 3 is 3, 9, 3, 27, there we will get into 3, this is 9, 6, 54 and 4 into 6, 24, correct. This is multiplied by 6, 6, 2, 5, 7, 5, 30, 13, 6, 5, 30, this is multiplied by 5, okay. No, nothing can be like trended with this. This is multiplied by 2, 1, 4, 3, 6, 5. Randomly, that can't be. But when I look at these numbers, I can see that all the numbers are of 5 digits. And the middle digit here is 2, here is 1, here is 4, here is 3, here is 6, here is 5. Bingo. That means in step 1, they are multiplying by the middle digit. Whatever is the middle digit, they are multiplying by it. Now in step 2, okay, 23102, then 133. Okay, here what we can see, these numbers are in increasing order. That means now arrange those 6 numbers in increasing order. So now is the increasing order arrangement. Now step 3, anyone? Yes, correct. 2 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are now identifying digital sum. Digital sum is sum of all digits. 1 plus 3, 4, 4, 4, 12, 12 and 9 is 21. Let me check for this. 10, 19, 21, 3, 24. Bingo. This is digital sum. Now in step 4, what's been done? 2, 3, 102. Okay. Step 2 minus step 3. 102 minus 8 is 94. 36 minus 21 is 15. 80 minus 25, 55. 54, 30 is 24. 30 minus 24 is 06. 80 minus 29, 51. Correct. So this is step 2 number minus step 3. That will be in step 4. Now in step 5, Again, I think they are doing digital sum. 9 and 9, 18. Yes, again, digital sum of step 5. Sorry, of step 4. Here was digital sum of step 2. Now, after the digital sum in step 6, what they have done? 18, 18, 27, all this. Oh, wow. 18 into 2 is 36, but it is written in reverse order. That means it is into 2, step 5 into 2, and then write in reverse order. So now, once you have identified that how these steps are moving in, let me fill up for all the 6 steps for these 6 numbers. But they have only asked what will happen or what is the result of step 4 or whatever they can ask. Once we have identified all the 6 steps, we can do it for another set of numbers also. So another set of numbers, 6 numbers are given. Let me put it in a table and then we will go step by step. So this is the table, this is the input, these all are the 6 numbers given. Step 1 is multiplied by the middle number. So we'll multiply this by 4, this by 1, this into 7, here middle number is 2, here middle number is again 2, multiply this by 2, and here middle number is 6. So after multiplication, step 1 will look like this. This is multiplied by 4, 1, 7, 2, 2 and 6. Step 2 is arrange. Arrange them in ascending order. After arrangement, we have these numbers. After arranging this, we'll go for digital sum. Digital sum of step 2. This is 6 plus 11, 17 and 8 is 25. Digital sum will be like this: 25, 22, 24, 31. Step 4 is subtraction from step 2 and step 3 number. 68 minus 25, 43, and this is what we'll get. Once again, we will go for digital sum of step 4. And we have this 18, 18, 27, 27, 18, 27. And we know the step 6 is multiply the number in step 5 and then reverse it. So these all will become, 18 will become 63. This is 63, 45, 45, 63, 45, and at the end table will look like this. Now whatever they ask, you may answer it. The question actually asked was what will be at this number position at the end of step 4. So at the end of step 4, number in this particular position would be 38484. They can ask you any number. Or they can ask you in step 6, how many 45s are there? There are 3 45s. In step 6, 45s are there at which position? They are at 3rd, 4th and 6th position. So whatever question is asked, that can be answered accordingly. Okay, the 4 diagrams are given. This is the first one. Since I have not actually used the actual diagram since. This is second one, let it be B. This is third one, C. And this is the fourth one, D. We need to find the odd one out. If I look at these, B, D, A, D. A is 1, D is 4. A, B, C, D, and then we have E, F, G. Here B, C, D, E, F. So here it is moving like +1 and here it is moving like +2. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, +2, +2. Let's see the trend here. M, N, O, O, P, Q, +1. Moving, great. G, H, I, +1, I, J, K, +1, fit. S, T, U, V U V W plus 1. That means the middle one order is same in all four. Now it's T U V W X Y Z. Bingo. It is plus 2 here also, and here also it is plus 2. E F G plus 2 H I J. It is only plus 1. Obviously this one should be the odd one out. Let's check for the last one also. I J K L M N O P Q. This is also plus 2 plus 2. That means out of A, B, C, D, C is the odd one out. Okay, in this particular section of diagrammatic reasoning, 12 questions are asked. So in this particular part, I have also taken 12 of such questions, and maybe in part 2, when we will come back again with the other section, I will take few questions from numerical computation, logical reasoning puzzles, abstract reasoning. No, I don't think so. I'll take questions from numerical reasoning, and again I'll take few more questions from diagrammatic reasoning. Don't worry about that. So let's see this one. This is a picture analogy. This particular picture becomes this. It is clearly identifiable that these two flips are moving inside and then folded. This will come like this, and this right hand side will be this. So if this is the main body, these two black sides should flip in inside, and then black over black, black over black. So out of option A, B, C, D, I'll go for option C. That would be the pick. Please practice. Easy questions are there in diagrammatic reasoning, believe me. So out of 12, even if you are solving something around 8 of them, try to figure it out which one is easy for you and then do it. This is end of part 1. I'll come back, as I've said, in part 2 with all other section, few questions, and I'll try to bring in more symbol-based question or diagrammatic reasoning again. So on this note, it's Mohit Jain signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We are working a lot for you. Please give something to us in return also, and that is what you love and subscription. Do subscribe, do like, and comment if you want anything else. Comment if you like our content. Comment if you don't like our content. We'll try to improve over it. So on this note, I'll see you soon. Thank you everyone.